Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is awesome. All right, so we got some CSR2 racing for you guys and gals. We are getting this thing ready to go here. We're doing the last couple of finishing touches. And then we should be ready to... Oh, no. Hold on a second. I'm having a... Why is the microphone spinning around like that? That is not what I wanted it to do. It tried to run away on the microphone. Tried to run away, so, yeah. That's not what I wanted to do there. All right. Where's the thingy dingy? Starting soon, ending soon. Those are all out of there. All right, so the camera should be adjusted. Good enough, right? Good enough. Looks fine. But bam, there we go. We got Melon in the house. What's up, Melon? What's up, Andy? Good to see ya. Neon, hello. Halt, what's up, buddy? Halt says, this game is so ass. Alrighty. Well. I don't know if it's ass, but it's definitely a game. Andy, how you doing today? Alright, so. What's the best way to get money as a new player? Unfortunately, as a new player, it's a pretty slow process, right? You get on, you run all the daily races, you do all the little stuff you can, and then when you're done with that, focus on some live racing, or if you just want to win the money as fast as possible, this is boring, this is tedious, and it sucks, but run regulation races. So you run one, then you have to go back to your garage, then back out to the map, then run a regulation race, back to the garage, back to the map, regulation race. Once you unlock the higher tier regulation races, they pay more money, but generally the higher tier car you're racing with pays more. That's the thing, as a new player, money comes very slowly because you're starting off with some lower tier cars, and it takes a while to really get your account going as a new player. So it's a big old pain. But it's really about just getting out there and racing as much as possible. And then eventually when you get a tier 4 car, that's going to be way better. Tier 5 car is going to be the best at earning game cash because, a tier 5 car probably earns 12, 13, 14,000 per race when you win. To where the lower tiers don't get anywhere near that. So yeah, it's a pain. So basically, I don't have my car upgraded very much. I clicked on the wrong Showdown. So I'm kind of stuck racing the BMW M4 that only has a couple of parts installed on it. I would assume this is probably faster than some of my tier 4 cars, so I guess we'll stick with this, but it's crazy. Ah, Nathan got the PC car in the first pull. That's awesome. It's nice when you can get those quickly, that's for sure. It sucks when it takes a long time, but what we'll do, we'll just race a few showdowns, and when my car gets stuck, which will probably happen pretty quick because it's going to be slow, because I'm too cheap to put resources into it to upgrade it. We're probably going to have a new Lamborghini Elite Tuners car coming out in a couple of weeks, so I don't know. I got this set up for live racing, which is awesome at, and I don't really feel like changing the parts around or putting any more game cash into it, so it's going to be slow. Let's just get a good idea of what it's actually running. It's probably going to be faster than a tier 5 car or a tier 4 car, I think. We're running about 10 zeros, so it's probably a little bit faster or similar to my fastest tier 4 car that's available. William D, what's up, my man? So the one thing I notice here is the fact that, well, For some reason, they put one tier 5 car in this and a whole bunch of tier 4 cars. So that kind of makes it rough. There's really only one car in the Showdown that's going to do well. So if you don't have that one upgraded, that's a big old bummer. McFinn, what's up, man? Andy says, really quick, I got to try CSR3 recently. I haven't played it since I tried it. Yeah, CSR2 ain't gonna go nowhere. Yeah, most of the people I've talked to so far aren't really liking CSR3. I have talked to a couple people that played it and liked it, but yeah, most people so far that got to try it say CSR2 is much better. William Olt, what's up, bud? Nice to see ya. Is the PC car any good? No. No, it's not. It looks good. It looks really good, but that's the only thing that car has going for it is that it looks good. But it's pretty bad. Nick says, I'm stuck on Tempest 1 Tier 4. So I just need more money to strip and upgrade, but thanks. Yeah, Nick, unfortunately, Tempest is something that usually takes most of us a while, right? Tempest 1 isn't that bad. Tempest 1 and Tempest 2, I think I blew through both of those pretty quickly, like a few months into playing. But Tempest 3, it was like 8 or 9 months into the game when I finally had cars fast enough to do Tempest 3. But as bad as most of the boss cars are, I really wouldn't be in a hurry to do Tempest. I mean, it's great to collect the boss cars and have them, but I definitely wouldn't be in a big hurry to get through it. That's my advice is, you know, do it slowly at your own pace and don't really worry about it too much. You're way better focusing on elite tuners or something like that because some of those cars are actually really good to where when you win the boss cars, I mean, the best boss car is just kind of a so-so car at best. I mean, I love the Sesto Elemento, but it's no longer what I would consider a wonderful car in this game. Kim says, best car this race pass. I actually just made a video that goes over all of that. I don't know if you didn't see it there, but I went over all the cars. But the main one you want to make sure you get is the Sterling McMurdy Goodwood thingy. McSterling, McMurdy, Goodmurdy, McWordy, McWood. I don't know what it is, but you know. I don't know if it's the Sperling Goodwood or the McMurdy. I don't know. There's like 3 different names for the car, and I don't know which ones are supposed to be in which order, but Sperling, McMurdy, and Goodwood. The car that has those 3 names is the one you want. As far as all the other cars, I mean, none of them are really that impressive. I mean, they're okay. Most of the cars are okay, but that one, right? The McMurdy is sweet. Hard to get parts for, unfortunately, but awesome. Hey Benny, how's your day going? Good to see you. Ah, cool. Neon got a good crew. That's awesome. I'll probably post a crate opening video tomorrow. Like I recorded it this morning, but since I put out the a video that's more important, I'll probably post that tomorrow. Oh no, I'm already getting my butt kicked. That's not good. Andy Style, what's up, my man? What's up, Dark? Alright, Dark says the Prestige Cup is a giant turd takeo. Why isn't my M4 with all stage 6? I doubt I even have all the stage 6 for it, honestly. It's I set it up for live racing, and that's how I plan to keep it. It runs great on live racing on this setup, and I don't want to mess with it. If I add any more parts, then I gotta mess with stuff and change stuff around. And when I go back to live racing, then I gotta change it all up again. And then I'd have to dump another, like, I don't know, 5 million game cache into it. And I'm like, I just want to leave it as it is, honestly. Little Fish, what's up? If you haven't realized, I am cheap and stingy with my game resources. So if I don't absolutely have to spend them, I don't want to. Personally, I don't need this car to do anything other than live race. I mean, as soon as the next Elite Tuners car comes out, they're going to pull this one out of the showdowns, and I won't be doing anything with it other than live racing it. So why put all that game cash into a car just for a couple of showdowns? That's how I see it. Maybe I'm weird. But yeah. Wait. William Olt, the what? The Sperling McBit Sandit car? The race pass, my man. The race pass. I don't know. If you're a new player, right, you get the, what do they call it? There's a basic race pass for new players. The rookie pass. So new players get the rookie pass. After they finish 2 of those, they unlock the regular race pass. So if you're like newer to the game, unfortunately you won't be able to get that. There will be something different. Alright, Dark's gonna get the Batista out of the free pass. The Pininfarina Batista. I mean, that's a really crazy name if you think about it. Dogfather says, I have a very odd way of playing the game. Hey, you know, don't make fun of my play style, man. How dare you call me odd? I mean, I might be a little bit odd, but jeez. That's all I gotta say. All right. Power says the race pass, the paid one. We have to pay just one, or do we have to pay every time a new season starts? Yeah, I mean, the race pass lasts for, what, 3 weeks? I think there's a new race pass every 3 weeks, right? So, bottom line is, when this race pass ends, the next one will be $10. When that one ends, the next one will be $10. So, you got to buy each one separately. Are the game sounds too loud for y'all, or are they just about right? Let me know. I've been having some weird issues with my streaming software where it keeps changing the volume, and I don't know why it's doing it. From what I can tell, the game sounds are probably right where they're supposed to be today. Pretty sure. What about Fat Fingers? William D says Fat Fingers. Kim, so it's... Oh, wow, I'm having a brain fart. Hold on a second. It's 50 keys, right? How many keys does it take to open a silver crate? Isn't it 50? I'm not sure what you're talking about. The LB Gran Turismo was in a silver crate, not a gold crate. Let me go look and see if there's something different than normal in there, because I see you're talking about gold crates in the Gran Turismo. Hold on a second. Now, I mean, if you look at it, it tells you exactly how many keys it costs for what. So let's take a look at this. All right, so the silver crate has the LB Gran Turismo in it, and that's 50 keys per pull and a 15 key loyalty. So you have to pull 15 times to guarantee you get this. So that's about 750 keys to guarantee you get it. So you may spend 50 silver keys and get it right away, or you may spend all 750. You just never know. Now, this one, if you want the Navara, you know, there's 10 gold keys and then there's a 20 gold keys. So the Navara is the feature car in this one, and this one has the not the Rattlestick, the Z Zinger 21C or whatever it is in it. And this one will cost you 100 keys to guarantee you get it. This one will cost you 70 keys to guarantee you get it, but the crates are kind of crazy. The crates are a little crazy right now. So that's basically how these work, right? If you see a 10x, a 20x chance, if you see one of those two and it shows a specific car, that's the car that's featured in each crate. And the loyalty reward that you see, like 0 to 5, 0 to 7, 0 to 15, that's how many pulls you have to do to guarantee that you get it. So hopefully that makes sense. Dark says, why don't you try for the C Zinger? I don't know. I could, but I don't really want to spend all my keys on that thingy. My thing is, I don't really need that prize car for anything. The prize car is really good and it's really cool, but I don't need it. I don't want to spend any more of my keys right now. I mean, it takes like a year to save up that many keys. 100 keys is about probably a year of saving for a free-to-play player. So I don't want to spend my keys right now to get that. I just spent so many resources on some other junk. And right now, I just don't feel like spending any more. But I really do like the car. The C Zinger is pretty cool. Especially the rattlesnake one that you win as a prize. But William D., why do you say chasing the green one is crazy? But here's another problem with the C Zinger. Getting parts for that is rough. Like, trying to get parts for that is really, really rough. So I'm going to probably have to spend 100 keys to get it. And after that, here's the main problem. Then I'm going to need fusion parts to make it fast enough, which means I'm probably going to have to open a lot of crates and bust through all of my resources just to get that one car, basically. William D., what do you mean by double fusions? The fact that you need, fusions for 3 cars, basically. Double stage 6. I think they share stage 6 parts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think those 2 cars share stage 6 parts, if I remember correctly. But getting that many parts would be rough for a car that they barely give out parts for. So right now, I would probably have to spend about 60... I bet I would have to spend between 60 and 80,000 bronze keys to get enough parts to finish that event. Plus, get the cars all fast enough and whatnot. So it's kind of a crazy deal, unfortunately. This game is designed to take all of your resources and keep you spending money. And if you don't really have a lot of money to spend or don't want to have a lot of money to spend, then... Alright, William D. said I burnt 30,000 bronze and only 4,000... Only 4 stage 6 parts. Dude, that's crazy. Normally 30,000 is enough to get whatever you need. I didn't look to see what the loyalty was on the key crates, but God, man. That's crazy. 30,000 bronze keys for 4 stage 6 parts? That should have been enough to get all 7. That's nuts. Man. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. It's 1,200 per shot. I see what they got going on. So they got the more expensive key crates then. So yeah, they've made another thing yet more expensive, was what it looks like. I don't know. 8,400 for a loyalty. Oh man, I love this game, but some of the stuff they're doing lately on making things cost more money is not good for your average player. Tyrek, hello. You got a McLaren for 50 silver keys. I don't know which McLaren you got. I mean, some of them are good, some of them are bad, but hopefully it was a good one. Unfortunately, most of the time, You know, most of the time when you get something out of there, it's a lousy car. Every once in a while, something really good pops out. But if it's a car that you didn't already have, though, that's a win, because you do kind of want to have at least one of every car if possible. That's the goal, you know? If it's a duplicate, then that really sucks, but... Oh no, that piece of crap's gonna beat me. Come back, you turd car. William D says they're making so you can't win at all. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the thing. If you're not willing to spend, I don't know, $500, possibly more to do an event, I don't know. How much it actually costs to do one of those events now, I'm not sure, but I would say several $100s. They definitely seem to be trying to make things more expensive if you want to do the bigger events, so that's rough. That's rough. Kim says, I got it on the 4th pull. Is it worth... It's only worth upgrading if you need to do the Prestige Cup. If you don't need to do the Prestige Cup, I definitely wouldn't bother to upgrade that car, because you'll probably be really disappointed with it. It looks amazing, but unfortunately in the game it is pretty bad. Pretty bad. I was really happy that I already had it. Didn't have to spend any keys or put any game cash into it because it's such a bad car. Oh man. It's so bad. That guy stomped my face. Come back here, sir. Man. What's up, Jedi? What's up, Melon? Melon says it's crap. Car reviews. Hello. You got you got a Bugatti Chiron. I think you're saying a Chiron, right? Bugatti Chiron. I do have some videos on the Chiron. Now, here's the thing about that car. It's not really a good car overall, but there is a pretty decent live racing setup for that car. Like, I did put a video out on how to set it up for live racing. I was actually surprised that it worked. You don't need that many parts to make the car decent at live racing. I mean, it's not one of the best live racers in the game, but it'll win a few live races here and there with that setup. And they look really cool, so it's kind of a cool car to have. There might be a couple of different Chirons in the game, but the basic one's got a nice little live racing setup. I really enjoy using it. All right, let me get some more gas. So 20, 40, 60 gold down the toilet. 60 gold right down the toilet. Tyrex says, how long did it take you to finish the game? You can't really ever finish this game. I mean, it's really not possible to finish it because there's always new stuff coming out. But different events, I mean, you got your Tempest events that took me, the first and second Tempest event, you know, I mean, that probably took me a few months. Tempest 3, it probably was like 8 months into the game when I finished that. Elite Tuners probably took me over a year. I mean, about 2 years. Elite Tuners was around 2 years to finish. This is without spending any money on it, okay? Legends took about 2 years to finish, so it's not a cheap game if you want to get things done quickly. Like, you can play this for free, but you definitely have to have patience, right? I've been playing the game for 8 years now. But you gotta have a lot of patience. Or a big giant wallet. One or the other. Hey, sir. Hey. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You get back there. You get back there, sir. Alright. Mario wants to know, what tier 3 do you recommend for PETA's challenge for Elite 3? I'm not really sure what you have, but do you have the Mustang GT Premium from the dealership? Unfortunately, you might need to put a couple of elite tokens into it, but that car is easy to get. You can just keep buying them and stripping them, buying and stripping to get enough parts. But right now, that's probably one of the best cars you can use for tier 3, just because it's super easy to get. It's easy to get parts for, and it will beat all of the bosses if you get enough parts on it and enough elite upgrades. So it's probably your best bet, I would say. But I really don't know what all cars you have, so I'm just gonna throw that one out there because that's a really good deal. Yeah, Kurt's car unfortunately is terrible. It looks really cool, but it's not a good car. The Kurt's Mustang is really bad. I don't understand why the boss cars are terrible, but unfortunately the boss cars are pretty terrible. All right. That's interesting. I'm talking to myself here. All right. I'm just looking at something on my streaming software. And that, I noticed I have 2 microphones set up in my room. I left them both on. And you can only hear one, so that's good. One of the problems with the boss cars, though, is most of them are terrible. I mean, you would think that the boss cars would be great because you have to win them, but like when I won my first couple of boss cars, I dumped a bunch of fusion parts into them and instantly learned that, hey, that was a bad idea. All right. Nope. Hey. Nope. Hey. Come back. Come back. I don't have very many parts on my car. How? That wasn't very nice of you. Jeez. Jedi says, I am awesome. That's good, man. That is good. William Alt says, patience. I can't read or talk. Patience is the key. That is 100% true. All right, Kayaya Sylvia S15 is a cool car, but again, unfortunately, it's one of those boss cars that's really not that great. Yeah. I don't even know how you say that person's name. It's like yeah. I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce that. Why would they name a character that? Like it's like nobody knows what it is, I don't think. It's so confusing. So confusing. Oh man, that car beat me up. William says, PC, I answered. All right, car review says I did have old account for 5 years on CSR, but I did have old device. It was lagged so much. Upgrade my device for the new one, but I lost my account. Even though you have the exact same Google Play. Normally when you change phones, if you're going from an Android to an Android, as long as you're using the same email address, I mean, normally a little thing pops up when you re-download the game that says, hey, do you want to choose your existing account or a new one? And normally if you pick the thing that says, hey, use my old account, it will usually just pull your old account up. And if it doesn't, you can try to contact game support. But if that was a while ago, it might be too late. You normally got to do it pretty quickly after your account gets erased, but I'm sorry to hear if you lost an old account, but you should be able to transfer it over. I mean, if it was a recent thing, get a hold of GameSport and just be like, hey, look, I got a new phone. I put the game on it and it gave me a brand new account and not my old one. And there's a small chance, I mean, if it's been a few months or something, there's a small chance that they still might be able to do something. But if it just happened recently, there's a huge chance they can help you out. PC asked for your opinion on collections. All right, so I missed it. PC? All right. Here's the thing about collections. Collections is cool and all, but it's really... I don't think anybody's really going to be able to do collections. Problem is, most of the cars are Purple Star cars, and it wants you to have them almost maxed out, or 100% maxed out, to do a lot of the tasks, meaning... you're going to have to buy a bunch of parts with real money. All those Purple Star cars, the crates to get parts are paid for a Purple Star car. So if you need to get a Purple Star car and then max it out, that means you're going to spend probably, I don't even know how much real money. It's like $3 or $4 a crate. It's quite expensive. Let's go look at the parts cost, the crate cost for a Purple Star car really quick. I think it's what, $3 or $4, and you're gonna have to open a lot of those. I'm not even sure what the loyalty is, but can you please explain what collections is about? It's about, I don't know. Let's look at it really quick. First off, let me find a Purple Star car really fast. None of these are really Purple Stars, are they? This one is. All right. If I go into rare imports, check this out. I'm going to go to the parts tab. And if I want to get parts for this car, it's $1.99 at 14 pulls. And at 14 pulls, I'm guaranteed to get one stage 6 part. If I spend the $9, that's like, yeah, that's almost $30 to get one stage 6 part there. I mean, more could pop out sooner, but yeah, that's the problem with these Purple Star cars. I mean, collections is really goofy. I'll show you how it works really quick. But that's the issue with collections, is there's paid crates for almost everything. So if I go into collections, let me go ahead and just pick one of these, right? We'll go over to... Actually, let's go over to the Ghost. Where's the Ghost one? The Ghosts. These are really good cars. So if I have one of these cars, I can lock it in, right? So these ones that are grayed out, I don't have those cars. But here's all you do, right? I go to a car that I have, I lock it in. Now it wants me to do a 7.1 second half mile with this car, which means this thing basically has to be maxed out in order to do that. So just to do that task to earn the 1,500 credits means I have to now max that car out, which basically means I got to go buy a bunch of those part crates just to do this task that it wants. When I do this task, I get the 1,500 credits and I get a 5% thingy there. But you see at the top right, those are my credits, 2,880. So with those credits, you can buy other collections cars. So for example, I don't have the Jesco here. So for 1,275 credits, I could buy the Jesco. So basically, you lock in a car, you do a task, it gives you credits, then you buy other cars with the task. But again, this one wants me to do a 7.4, which means I have to max the car out, which means I got to go buy a whole bunch of those paid crates in order to get enough parts to do the task. So that's basically what collections is. It's just a very expensive event. Now, the good news is, without spending any money, you can get a couple of really nice cars out of it. Like, there's a lot of really good cars, not a lot, but there's a handful of really good cars in collections. And as you collect some of these cars, every time you lock one in, you get some credits. So once you get enough credits just from locking stuff in and maybe running a couple of the events from a couple of the easier ones, then you can buy a really nice car. I mean, you can get the Gamera, you can get the CC850, you can get the Jack Roush Mustang out of there. I mean, there's a handful of really good cars, so that's kind of the cool thing about collections, is you'll probably be able to get a few really cool or possibly terrible if you choose the wrong cars. But you can get some really good cars out of there if you choose the right ones. This is a cool looking car. I used to have this all black, but one day I turned it green and I was like, wow, I like that green. I actually never realized it said something down here on the bottom because it was all black, so it covered that up before, but yeah. All right, let's go back in there. Hey, Mario, what's up, buddy? Yeah, there are some nice perks like recharging your fuel faster and stuff like that by doing some of the collection stuff, so there's definitely some good stuff in there. Samcast says, hey, Danny, are you excited for the Back to the Future car? It's a 6.6 car, making it to the top 10. You know, I'm not sure if it's in the top 10 or not, but it might be. It's a cool car. Like, I'm kind of hoping if they sell it for $20, I'm going to buy it just to have it. That's definitely one of those cars where I don't want to miss out on it. I don't know if it's good or not yet. I mean, if it sucks, I probably won't. But if it's a good car, if it's got a nice live racing setup, I'm definitely going to get that. I don't really care about the event. I just want the car. Rumor has it it's going to be for sale for $20, but part of me kind of wonders about that. It may not be. All right, let's go back to some showdowns and best car for respect points. Are you talking about for like live racing, Swaley? I mean, it really depends on what you're doing with it, but live racing and showdown are really where you get all the respect points. But of course, showdown, you don't have a huge choice of cars. You pretty much got to use what's there. So forget showdown. Winning a live race is where most of the respect points are at. So the best cars for live racing, in my opinion, are going to be the McLaren F1 because it makes more respect points than any car in the game. So on lower upgrades, like the McLaren F1 sucks to live race when you have it maxed out, but if you set it up on a lower upgrade live racing setup, it's really good and it earns probably the most. I'm pretty sure it still earns more respect points than any other car in the game once you get all the Legends bonuses and stuff all over it. And next best would be some of the Elite Tuners car. Like, you probably got a Supra GR for free. The Supra GR, it was. I'm not sure what some of the other Elite Tuners cars are making that just recently came out, but the Supra GR was the second, and the McLaren F1 was the first highest earning as far as respect points from live racing. And then if you run the Elite license from Tempest and put that Elite bonus on top of that, then they get even more. So those two can potentially earn you the most, but pretty much any good live racer from Elite Tuners or Legends is going to be a good earning car. Yeah, the Toyota Supra is one of my favorites. I mean, it earns great respect points. Everybody gets it for free. Hey, man, he got me. Panic 420 says the 720S is really good. It's a good live racer. I don't know if it earns more respect points than the Supra or the same amount, but that would definitely be a good choice if you like the car. What about the Fast and Furious jet engine car? I don't think that earns extra respect points, but I don't understand why that's still not the fastest car in the game, because I don't see how these other cars that are faster can beat a car with a jet engine strapped to the top. If you think about it, that should still be the fastest car in the game, but it's not. All right, info about Tempest 4. It doesn't exist. Tempest 4 is never going to come out. We've been waiting for 7+ years now, about 7 years for Tempest 4, and it still hasn't come out. So We believe they've scrapped it. They used to hint Tempest 4 is coming out, Tempest 4 is coming out. It never came out. They would give us a few more hints, and then eventually another company bought this game, and we've never heard anything about it since. So honestly, I don't think we're ever going to get it. I hope we do. I really hope Tempest 4 does come out someday, but I honestly don't think they're ever going to bring it out because it's probably not something that's going to be a big money maker for them, so they're probably not going to bring it out. But you never know. Maybe. Something is on the map. Yeah, that pops up, then it goes away, then it pops up, then it goes away. I think it's a glitch. That was on the map for years, and then one day they took it down, and now every once in a while it pops up for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and then it goes away again. So either one of two things has happened. Either the glitch came back, or for some crazy reason, maybe they've decided they actually want to go through with it, but I'm guessing it's the glitch. I hope they're actually coming out with it, but I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, we've been waiting so long, I just don't believe it's ever going to happen. We'll find out, though. One of these days, we will find out. All right, my car is to the point where on this low upgrade setup, it's not doing well. Let's go live race this thing. We should be in, I think, the... Let's go look at what the dyno time is. I think we're in the 11-0. Hey, the killer, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, do you know when the LB Gran Turismo MC is coming out in rare imports? It's there today. It's a terrible, horrible car. It's a really, 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 really bad car, but it's in the crates right now. Yeah, I don't get to see the rookie pass. That's something they just give to newer players. So I have no idea what's ever in the rookie passes, but it's currently in the silver crates and rare imports. That's this season's Prestige Cup car. So if you need to do the Prestige Cup, that car is totally worth getting. If you don't need to do the Prestige Cup, don't get the car because it's really bad. It sucks because it's such a nice looking car, but it just doesn't have anything going for it whatsoever. All right, so we should be in the 10.10 lobby. Or maybe the 11-second lobby. 10.10 or 11 seconds, your choice. All right, let's go live race this thing. The killer, you're welcome, my man. Mario says, I'm hearing there is a CSR2 in development that is... Yeah, it's in development. Don't really know too much about it. So far, most people I've talked to who have got to try it didn't like it. It doesn't look very good to me, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was supposed to be out sometime early this year, but my understanding is it's still not even close to being ready, so... All right, William D chose 11-0 instead of 10.10. William D, why is that? Why did you not choose 10.10, William D? That's what I want to know. Why not 10.10? I'm waiting for that. He better have a good answer for this one. Cordell, I've already locked in all of my collection stuff, man. Like, it's all locked in except for one car. Cordell says, you got gifts waiting for you. The only thing I haven't locked in yet is my Boss Mustang, because I got 2 or 3 of them, and I don't know which one's the fast one and which one's the slow one, so I don't want to lock in the crappy one. If you guys didn't know, there was a couple of different ways to get the Boss Mustang, and unfortunately they run different times. There was one they gave you for free. I think there's one you can pull out of crates, and there was one you could buy with Game Cash or something. And I think all 3 of those run a slightly different time, and I don't know which one's the good one. So once I figure out which one's actually worthwhile, then at that point, but I haven't really had much interest in trying to figure that out because I've been too lazy. I've been lazy. All right. Cordell said, I just got the Nismo R33's tune. Nismo R33. You know how many GTRs we have in this game right now? You know what? I bet we got about 60. I bet we got about 60 GTRs between R33s, R35s, R39s, R36s, R12s, R94s, R367s. I mean, I know a lot of those don't even exist, but there's just so many of them. It's crazy. Andy, you're talking about the boss cars. It's hard to say. Like why they do what they do or how they've set things up, I really couldn't tell you, but there are things I wonder about, right? There's a lot of things in this game that you kind of go like, why would they have done that? There's a lot of those things, honestly. Ah, crap, this car is probably going to beat the heck out of me. Those are some of the best live racing cars in the game. For some reason, I can't shift those RS6s and RS7s. I don't know why. I can't drive them. They should be so easy to drive, but they mess me up every time. It's like one of the few cars in the game that I just can't get the shift pattern right, even though it should be super simple. I just can't do it. Yeah, we got him. Boom. Surprised. All right. William D says, I'm an 11. Darker Knight says you should first try to buy stuff for the Supra with elite tickets. Thing is, you can use your elite tickets to buy cars, or you can use them to buy parts, or both. Like I had to buy a lot of different elite tuners cars with gold, and if I had to do it over again, I think I would have just bought the cars with the tickets instead, but it is personal preference. No! That guy kicked my buttocks, man. He kicked my buttocks. I didn't appreciate it. Creeper wants to know where I'm from. Alright, when somebody named Creeper is asking where you're from, that's a little bit scary. If I tell you where I live, are you gonna be like creeping around my place? I'm scared. I'm scared. Alright, Vincent, what's up, buddy? Who said your comment was too long? Alright, so you were able to do well in live racing with the Baturd. Maybe you found a good sweet spot for it, but it doesn't seem like a good car. I'm not really sure how many live races you've won with it or anything, but you know, if it works, keep going for it. I don't know how you set it up or what parts you have installed on it, but if it's working for you, that's awesome. Mega T says, I want prize cars, but my crew is so lazy. So depending on how much respect points you get, I mean, if your crew isn't doing well, you can always move to a bigger, better crew if you make enough respect points every season, right? See, that's one of the nice things about this game is you always have the option to go to a different crew if you want to. Now, my crew, right, I joined it. I stayed there for about a year until we started winning the prize car. So, you know, my crew was a crappy little crew and it eventually grew into a good crew. It just took some time. It was not a quick deal, but eventually we got there. All right, Slowpoke. William D says he's from his mom and dad. But yeah, that's kind of cool if you got something working for live racing for the Batard. It's a really cool looking car, actually. Really cool looking car. Do I think it's worth it to start collections as a new player? There's no reason not to start collections. Whatever cars you have, just go in there and lock them all in. Right? Every time you lock it in, you gain some credits. So once you get cars, lock them in, you'll get some credits. And even that by itself will be eventually enough to get a couple of really cool cars out of there. But yeah, there's no reason not to do it. Just basically lock them in, grab a couple of really cool free cars, and just don't really worry too much about it unless you're wanting to spend a bunch of money to finish it type of deal. I mean, I've locked, like, every single car I have, I just went in there and I locked all of them in, and that gave me a whole bunch of credits. I'm trying to decide what car I want to buy out of there, because they are going to be adding new collection stuff in, so there are going to be more choices of cars to buy. Like, right now, I probably have enough credits to buy one really cool car, but I'm going to take my time on deciding which one I want. I'm going to wait a while. Like, there might be a time where they just add something in there and where I'm like, hey, I want that. And then I'll go buy that one. You know what I mean? But some of those cars, like some of the little tier 1 cars you were able to lock in and run the races and stuff, I mean, there's definitely some good stuff in there. But the only thing I really wouldn't focus too much on right now is the Tempest races. That's a whole lot of game cash and resources you got to spend to win a bunch of really bad cars. So I would just kind of do Tempest slowly. I would put that on the back burner and just do it really slowly and then focus on your elite tuners and legend stuff and all that. Cordell said I made $2 million in one season by myself. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. If you can make that every season, you should be able to find a pretty decent crew pretty easily. All right. Panic says my crew's minimum is 1.5 million a season. That's a pretty high minimum, but if you've got everybody in your crew earning that much or more, you'll definitely get a lot of good prizes out of that. All right, here's Slowpoke again. He keeps challenging me. Hold on, I think I lost the last couple. I got to try and win this one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, can I win? I'm gonna pay attention to my shift pattern. No, that car is good. That's a good car. What is that he's running? I don't know which one that is exactly, but that car is running really good times. All right. So he's beat me several times, but I'm not going to challenge him again. Let me try and get Portugal there. There we go. He refused. Darn you. He left. Where'd everybody go? All right, our lobby just died. I'm going to get out of here as well. I think our lobby's broken. Our lobby just broke, guys. Panic 420 says, race the bots. There weren't any bots. Sometimes when the lobby completely dies like that, bots don't come in there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but... Alright, what was I going to do here? I was going to do something. I don't remember what. But yeah, if you notice, somebody said I should lock in all my stuff. Yeah, the only one I haven't locked in is this. So like I said, I got a few of these. If I hit lock in, I got 3 of them, and I don't know which one's the good one, which one's the slow one. I have no idea. Anybody know how to tell which one's which here? Because I have no clue. Now, I think this one here is the one they gave to us for free. The other 2, I don't know how I got them. I think they came out of crates. But the weird thing is, I must have put a couple of parts onto one of them because it's so weird. So weird. So weird. Anyways, let's get out of here. One day, when I figure it out, I'll lock those in. Max the Gamer, what's up, my man? How's your day going? All right, let's see if we can get into a new live racing lobby that's actually got some people in it. Maybe, kinda. All right, live racing. I got sinus problems today. Oh man, it's another dead lobby. What the heck? Where is everybody at? Dear everybody, what's happening here? Guys, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think that I like it. All right, there's somebody. Benedict 39. All right. Let's race this guy and see how it goes. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know. I run this car a lot, so it should have already set its time, honestly. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, he slowed down. I mean, I got the car in the 11-0 lobby, and it does run right about 11-0 most of the time, so it really should have been set, I would think. I think the game's just weird today. All right, back to the lobby. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens next. All right, now we got a person. Sir Fartalot. We're going to race Sir Fartalot in the Gamera. Ah, Max says the matchmaking is now checking your latest runtime to find opponents. Huh. Interesting. You know, if it actually does that, that would kind of be a good thing. To tell you the truth. Oh, he's gonna get me. He got me. He got me. Sir Fartalot just beat me up, guys. I never thought in my life I would be beaten by somebody named Sir Fartalot. I can't believe it. I don't even know what to think about that. Fartalot got me. Now I'm sad. Are there 1 mile races? No, not yet. But as fast as these cars are getting, I would not be surprised if they start adding some. I'm waiting for it. One of these days, they're going to have like 12-mile races. They're going to start adding like helicopters and jet airplanes, and they're going to like do the 12-mile race. I mean, that's not real. I'm just making that up, but. Yeah, Max says they like to adjust the matchmaking to make the game more equalized. I agree. I mean, they should be doing that. They definitely should be doing that. I mean, sometimes the lobbies are very unfairly matched. I mean, if they can truly get the game where the live racing is evenly matched, that would be amazing. That would be great. But yeah, I have been seeing a lot less players per lobby. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, my car normally runs right around 11-0. So that would be great if they would only match me up with other players running right around 11-0. But I mean, like that guy, I had to slow down because, I don't know. The last two opponents ran a little slow. The guy before that ran 10.9s. So I don't think they got it right yet, but you know, they're actually working on it. One of these days, they might get it set up perfect, hopefully. He might be using methane darker night. You just don't know. You just don't know. 3, 2, 1, go. So what happens if I run a really bad time like this, Max? Then what do they do? So my next opponent should be really slow, right? I mean, there's got to be like some sort of rhyme or reason behind it. I'll tell you what, that's a really cool looking car that I just raced. Alright, Darker Knight found my lobby. Awesome. Football says I'm running 10 seconds, but I have less tunes than you. Less tunes than me? I don't know what that means exactly. How is this possible? Football, what do you mean by tunes? 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe I'll understand you if you explain there. Oh. Now, as far as tuning a car, there's a lot of things that don't really make sense, but... Oh, the tune score when you move them around. Alright, so I've only got a few upgrades. I got one of those weird low performance point high Evo upgrades where you only install a few parts and for some reason the Evo points go sky high. Why that happens, I don't know. But generally for live racing cars, those are really good tunes. They don't make sense, but they just work for live racing. Now, if I add more parts on this car, it would actually go way down and then the car would probably run faster. It's a weird deal. It's a really weird deal. I would pretty much have to max the car out and tune it properly, or almost max it out and tune it properly to get these kind of numbers on like higher upgrades. I'm not really sure how to explain that, but hopefully that makes sense. I would say it's a weird glitch. I don't even know if it's a glitch. It's just a weird thing that some cars do on low upgrades. So Max thinks the new change is supposed to get rid of the lobby advantage for low performance point high evo cars. Max, how do you think that's going to work? Let's just say you got a car running 7-0 and you go into the Super Max lobby. Is that going to benefit a car like that? I haven't tried to race anything that was faster for a while. Three, 2, 1, go. I mean, even if they do eliminate the whole low performance point high evo lobby advantage, I think the low performance point high evo is still going to have its place, because you're going to still be able to get a good car set up with not a lot of parts put into it. So that means probably less game cache, less fusion parts installed. So that's actually a good thing. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they get rid of the lobby advantage, but if you can still set up a car like this without putting too many parts into it, as long as they don't, change that, I won't be upset if the lobby advantage disappears, because that would make things a little bit more fair in the long run. But I love the fact that I can just throw like a couple of parts on something and get good, game cache and respect points from live racing. But it would also be nice if that worked to every car's advantage, where you could take a crappy car in there and just live race it and do well with it. I mean, that would be great if they were able to actually get that working out that way. If the races were actually evenly matched and more fair, that would be wonderful. All right, Darker Knight, what's going on, man? Does the game not like us? Oh, Max says he thinks if the low... Well, if it goes by the run... I don't know, maybe I'm not quite understanding it here, but if it goes by the time your car's actually running, then I don't know. So if my car is constantly running 10 zeros and it keeps matching me with other people running 10 zeros, that would be great. I don't know. We'll see how she goes, I guess. Darker Knight says it's lagging a lot today. Yeah, I don't know if that's their servers or what it is, but some days the game runs pretty bad. Some days it runs okay. It's KDOT says FRR. Not sure exactly what that means. Arrow King says, great new video, Max. Cordell says, thanks for racing me, even though I got a garbage launch. Yeah, no problem. Hey, what happened there? Oh, Melon disconnected. That's a nice looking car. I like that livery on there, actually. Yeah, I'd assume, I don't know, I think the game servers are weird. I don't really know what causes all the problems. I don't know if it's like the coding or the servers or maybe both, but this game always has a lot of weird issues. Oh, did I slow down too much? Ooh, I almost slowed down too much. I still got it though. Football won a race by 0.01 seconds. That's a close one right there. I actually like those kind of races when you just don't know who's going to win. But I mean, normally I don't really set my cars up to get a huge lobby advantage. I just set my cars up to do well, if that makes any sense. Like, I do have some cars that can get a major lobby advantage, but I don't really take advantage of that big giant lobby advantage. I think it's a little boring when you can just go in there and beat everybody. Like, when you know the other players do have a chance of winning, but you're still going to win a lot of the races, to me that's a little more fun. I mean, sometimes if I was really like in a grind to get some points really quick, I guess setting up one of those crazy lobby advantage cars. You just disconnected again. Man. Cordell, you're going to tell your dad, like, hey, Dad, I raced Danny Lightning. Yeah, it's probably kind of neat, right? It's kind of neat getting to see all of you guys in live racing and race everybody. I like the live streams. It's pretty cool to get to hang out with people who watch the channel and race them. I kind of wish there was like a, I don't know. I kind of wish there was a way to, I always say this, I know they're never going to do it, but I wish I could just go into a lobby, make a code and give people the code and anybody could get into the lobby. I wish they would do it that way, but unfortunately that'll never happen. All right. Oh, Trapo says, Danny, should I spend my gold keys to get the Namek Rivera? Well, it's a pretty cool car. I mean, here's the deal. If I were you, I would go watch the video I have on that car, see what you think about it, look at the stats and all, look how to set it up for different stuff. It's a cool car. But here's the deal, right? It is a nice car, but there may be better cars coming out that you may or may not like better, so I mean, it's kind of worth getting depending on if you like the car a lot, but there may be something else better or cooler that comes out that you could spend your keys on later. It's kind of hard to tell somebody like they should or should not spend their keys at this current time, but I don't know. I mean, the Remek's okay. I think there's probably better cars in the game than that one, but it's not a bad car. It's definitely got some stuff going for it. Darker now, yeah, I don't know what's up with the disconnections today. The game does not want us to race, I guess. It's like, nope, you two shall not play the game. It's like, oh, come on now. Ooh, the Porsche is going to get me, I think. Oh, he slowed down. He slowed down. All right, I did a 10.999. I almost hit 10.10, guys. Yeah, me and Max have raced each other many times. Jay says, I love these CC850 from collections, and I normally go for first at sell cars. Yeah, the CC850 is a really good car right now. Really good car. That's for sure. 3, 2, 1, go. I just hope that if people, if they do get the matchmaking set up more on what time your car is actually running, I hope people don't find like a major way to exploit that. That's my only worry. I could see I could actually see how you could probably exploit that and just destroy people. Maybe. Depending on how they have it set up. Yeah, football, one of the things about betting money, generally if somebody bets me a big bet, I'm not going to take it because there's so many people who figure out how to set up a car to beat the dyno time by about 9 million seconds. Those guys intentionally set up a car to destroy everybody and take their money, so you got to be really careful when somebody bets you. Normally, if somebody bets me, I just say, nope, no thank you. And then I race the next person. Because I assume their car is set up to run 10 times faster than my car. And you know, I'm not interested in giving somebody my 200,000 because they run a down tune or something. I mean, if I'm in a certain car, if I'm in a specific car that I think can just win everything, then I might every once in a while take one of those bets. But normally I don't really run the cars that are designed to womp on people, so normally I don't take them because if somebody is down-tuned, my car has no chance. I set my cars up to do well in the fastest part of the lobby, but people still have a chance to beat me. But when I run into a down tuner, the way my cars are set up, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to win against a down tuner. The only time I ever really did the big bets was with like tier 1 cars. Like if you go into a tier 1 race and you bet somebody, you're probably gonna get a fair race down there, right? Let's just say you're in your Volkswagen Golf. There's very few people who have found a way to destroy you when you're racing the Volkswagen Golf. So the bets are a little more safe in these slower cars, but they're not a good idea in the faster cars. That's how I look at it. The killer, all right, buddy. Oh, what happened there? I was reading the comments. The end fast swaps. All right, he's in the thingy-dingy right there. That's a cool looking car. I like that. That's one of the newer Ferraris that I actually like the looks of. I don't like the looks of a lot of Ferraris, but the Enzos are cool. Hey, Morgan, what's up, my man? How? Oh no, my launch button didn't work. What a bummer. I don't really appreciate when that happens, but it does happen from time to time. Me and Lorenzo rolling in the benzo. I mean, that rhymes with Enzo, but it's not the same thing. It's like an old Sir Mix-a-Lot song. So football, if you're running the M4 and it's losing, it's probably the setup or the tune or something you have on there. All right, let's see what happens. This was a small bet. I don't mind doing smaller bets, but I just don't like the big ones. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, I guess why did he go so slow? Weird. Maybe he was just giving me a couple dollars. Wow, I ran 10.8 on that. That was too fast. I ran too fast. I don't want to run that fast. All right. I'll go slow on this one. The game is running a little weird today. 3, 2, 1, go. The game's running a little bit funny. Alright, goodbye, Mr. Enzo. See you later. Alright, power found my lobby. Cool, cool. I'll come back out to the lobby here in a minute. I got an interesting theory here. So now he wants to bet 40,000. I'm interested to see how this goes. Check this out. Pay attention here. 3, 2, 1, go. I got a feeling if this isn't, I don't know if this is one of you guys, but I got an interesting feeling what this guy is going to do here. I bet eventually he's going to do a big 200 bet and then his car is going to run super fast or something. I don't know. I got a weird feeling. Let's check this out. Is he going to bet me a little more each time and then try to destroy me? I wonder. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's find out. I'm kind of wondering what this player is up to here. Wait a second. Hold on. Alright, now let me go ahead and challenge him back. Darker Knight says, that's what I would do. So this time he's bidding me 40,000, okay. So either he's giving me free money or he's trying to set me up to kick my buttocks. Which one is it? What do you guys think? The Darker Knight says the Legends 250 TTO makes some good respect points. Yeah, you know, that's actually a really cool little car. I like the little G15 250 GTO. It's one of those deals where if you like it and you need a lower tier car, it's definitely a nice one. Only thing I don't like about some of those cars is you got to put all those tokens into it, you know. All right. No, thank you. Let's see if he bets me this time. 55,000. Huh. Arrow King, what about the 11-2 lobby? Is there a lot of people in there? I think the 11-2 is a little different than where I'm at right now. Yeah, Football Head says it's going to be 100, then 200K. Yeah, I want to ride this out and see what happens here. I'm just kind of interested on what he's actually doing. This will be a fun experiment. I've never really seen anybody do something quite like this before, where they bet you a little more each time. I don't think anybody's never, no one's ever done that before, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. Now, I lost that one. Max is only the launch edition Gamera is in collections. Yeah, it's really cool. The launch edition's really cool, but I think it is a purple star deal, which, you know, paid crates is that's the only problem. So that time he only bet 30,000. All right. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's just being nice and saying, hey, I'll give you some free money. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, I might be in the 11-2 lobby. I'm not sure if I'm in 11-0 or 11-2, but I probably am in one or the other. All right. Three, 2, 1, go. I don't remember whose turn it was to win. I think it was his turn. I'm going to go slow. All right. I'll probably do these 2 more gas pips, then go back out to the lobby. I guess our stream time's almost up here. Stream time is almost up, guys and gals. All right, now he bets me 45,000. The Enzo is one of those cars that I have and I've never upgraded, but I've always thought about it. The Enzo can actually do pretty decent at live racing. I really like the way it looks. Such a nice looking car. Darker Nights is 11.0. 0.0. 11.0. Uh-oh. We have disconnected. The Darker Night found me. Do I even have any gas left? I'm not sure. I don't know if I got any gas. I might be out of fuel, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. I think I'm out of fuel. All right, let me fill her up. Well, you know, it's probably gonna disconnect us, but let me do one more tank of gas. We'll run one more, then after that, we'll probably end the stream for the day. But all right, we got 10 more races basically. Up there's Melon. He's got the Gamera. I like the red rims. I think the red rims look really good on the Gamera. Very cool looking car. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Bam. Bam. He still got me. All right, Melon's got a crazy, redonkulous Gamera tune, I will tell you that. Melon's Gamera is super nutso. super nutso, guys and gals. Super nutso. He's got that thing dialed in. Ah, crap. He disconnected. Alright, now we got the Grim Reaper here. In a Navera. We got Grim Reaper and a Purple Star Navera. Alright. Alright, alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Can I beat the Navera? Let's find out. I think I can. I think I can. Alright, we got him. William D says, see everyone Sunday morning. Alright, William D, I take it you're out of here. If so, have a great day. Melon says, sorry, mate. It's all good, my man. You can't help the game disconnecting. That's for sure. At least I don't think so. Unless you're a wizard. Unless you're a wizard, you know it's probably not your fault. Darker Knight says, being in your lobby is a pain. They just want to race you. Yeah, you know, it can definitely be a big old pain. Big old butt pain. Sometimes. What amazes me is it's amazing how fast somebody will challenge me once I like, you know, go back into the lobby. It's like instant bam, someone's got me. All right. You ran 11.014 and I ran 11.968. All right, back out to the lobby. Somebody got the stopwatch. See how fast the next guy gets me, all right? And I am back in the lobby. Oh, wait, what's going on? Dear game. There we go. Look at that. I didn't even get to see the lobby. Wish you the worst got me quick. Football is going to hunt me down next time. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, the Elite Tuner 720S is a really nice little car. I do have a video on that car, so if you want to check it out, it goes over the car, but it is a very nice car. I like the 720S from the Elite Tuners. It's probably I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of the better Elite Tuners cars for sure. Very good car. I think most people would really like it. Plus, McLaren parts are really easy to get most of the time. All right. Power says, I still cannot get my Navera to run well. Yeah, you know, I'm not really sure how you got it set up or what are you trying to do with it? Live race? Is it better than the M4? I don't know if it's better. Which one's actually better? I don't know. They're both really good. I think the 720S is probably easier to set up for live racing than the M4, maybe, but I think they're both excellent cars in their own way. They're both different but excellent. I can't really say that I like one better than the other, to tell you the truth. I mean, I like them both a lot. Melon says, smash the like button, guys. Yeah, we would definitely appreciate that. I mean, for live racing or Tempest, I mean, either one of them will destroy Tempest if you get enough parts on it. They're both really good live racers if you set them up correctly, so I think it's really personal preference as to which one you like better. I mean, you could go over the stats and look at the top speed and the acceleration and all that stuff. Which one crosses the finish line quicker maxed out, but honestly, I think they're two very comparably good cars. The M4 or the Toyota GR Supra. Alright, so bottom line is the M4 is going to be a little faster than the Supra, I think. If I remember correctly, when they're maxed. I think the M4 is just a little faster than the Supra, but honestly, there's something about the Supra that I like. I mean, they're both going to be good at live racing. I mean, they're both decently fast. Again, I think that's going to be a personal preference, but there's something about the Supra that I really like. It's still one of my favorite Elite Tuners cars. It may not be the best Elite Tuners car, but it's one of my favorites. Like I think the Elite Tuners Supra just has a lot going for it. I mean, you can set it up for a lot of different stuff. It's just a car that's pretty good at everything. I personally like it a little bit better. This car, I've got it set up for live racing to where I have the Supra maxed out, which means I can kind of do different stuff I need to with the Supra. To where this car, I'm just going to set it for live racing and leave it type of deal. If that makes any sense. Max the Gamer says GR Supra for me because it's more flexible. Melon says the 720S. All right, so Melon likes the 720S better than the M4, I take it. I would assume that's probably from a live racing standpoint. All right, I wasn't paying attention. Whose turn it? Oh, he slowed down. I guess it's my turn to win. So. KGC, hello, hello. Can the Supra beat Shax? Yeah, I mean, Shax, I would imagine just about any car will beat Shax. Most tier 5 cars can beat Shax. I think he runs what does Shax run? A 12-0? Is that what it is? It's not a very hard time to beat. I mean, if you're a new player, you know, getting a tier 5 car and then getting enough parts might take a minute, but I think he runs a 12-0 if I remember correctly. Max the Gamer has a video of the GR Supra against Shax. KGC says videos are really help Danny. Keep doing what you do. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Alright, unfortunately, that's pretty much going to be it for the stream today. I'm out of gas, and I got to get working on a bunch of stuff. I got a lot of junk I got to do. I wish I could stream all day long, but unfortunately, there's, like, so many things that make so I don't. All right, so I need to get up, I need to eat, and then I got to work on some stuff. Running like 5 YouTube channels is a pain in the butt. Love doing it, but it's very time consuming. Like super duper time consuming. Let me see if there's any free parts I can collect before we log off, but if anybody's got any last minute questions or something, go ahead and get them on in there before we go. Tyrek, have a great day, buddy. McFinn, he says, never seen a GR86 in the game. Does a GR86 even exist in real life? I don't know if it does. It probably does. I would drive one of those if they had one. I would be all about it. I'd be like, yeah, GR86, that's awesome. All right. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much for coming out, everybody. You guys and girls are super awesome. I really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you. I'll be back on Sunday for another live stream. So if you're around on Sunday, I hope to see you guys there. We'll be doing a 2-hour live stream Sunday morning. Maybe I'll bring out my 720S or something. I haven't driven this car for a while, so I think maybe Sunday we'll set this guy up for live and drive it. I think this one needs to get out of the garage. I'm not really sure what time it's set up for, but this is a beautiful car. I don't know why I don't really use this more often because I love this car. Just a really cool car. No, stop that, Jess. I'm trying to do something. And you're messing me up, Jess. Jess! One thing about the pop-ups in this game is they always drive me nuts. Pop-ups drive me crazy, that's for sure. But it's okay. All right, so I don't think anybody had any crazy questions, so. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you guys big time. Oh, wait, the Tier 3 LB Hellcat's one of the slowest. That's one of the slowest Tier 3 cars in the game. That's not going to be a good choice. Just grab the Mustang GT Premium, dump a few Elite tokens into it, buy and strip those to max it out, and that'll beat Tempest 3 no problem these days. So that's the one I would go with right now. That's probably your best bet that's going to make life easier is just grab the Mustang GT Premium. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We will catch you next time. And yeah, lighten out. Catch you guys later. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it and hope to see you guys Sunday for a lot more live racing. All right.